The Buffalo Bills stumbled out of the gate in their recent matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. The anticipation was high, and fans were eager to see how the Bills would perform. Their first drive sputtered and failed to produce points. The offensive line struggled to protect the quarterback, leading to incomplete passes and missed opportunities. This set the stage for a challenging day on the field. The frustration was evident on the faces of both the players and the coaching staff. Meanwhile, the Ravens, led by quarterback Lamar Jackson, wasted no time asserting their dominance. They executed their plays with precision and confidence. Jackson exploded for an 87-yard touchdown run on their opening drive. His speed and agility left the Bills' defense scrambling to catch up. The Bills responded with a field goal, but penalties hampered their early momentum. Each flag thrown seemed to deflate their spirits a little more. The Bills struggled to find their rhythm, while the Ravens continued to apply pressure. The offensive line couldn't hold back the Ravens' relentless defense. The first quarter ended with the Ravens holding a significant lead. The scoreboard reflected the uphill battle the Bills faced. The Bills needed a spark to turn the tide. The coach's pep talk aimed to reignite the team's fighting spirit and bring them back into the game. Lamar Jackson continued to torch the Bills' defense in the second quarter. He connected with Derrick Henry for their second touchdown of the game. The Ravens' lead extended to 14-3, silencing the Bills' home crowd. Jackson wasn't finished. He found Justice Hill for another touchdown pass, further cementing the Ravens' control over the game. The Ravens' offense seemed unstoppable, scoring on 3 consecutive drives in the first half. The Bills' defense looked uncharacteristically out of sync. They struggled to contain the Ravens' dynamic rushing attack. The first half ended with the Ravens holding a commanding 21-3 lead. After a dismal first half, the Bills desperately needed a momentum shift. The team looked dejected, and the fans were growing restless. The energy in the stadium was tense, and everyone knew something had to change. It seemed like they might have found it in the third quarter. The players' body language started to shift, and the fans began to sense a possible comeback. Lamar Jackson fumbled the ball after a big hit, and the Bills recovered deep in Ravens territory. This was the break they had been waiting for, a golden opportunity to turn the game around. This turnover injected some much-needed energy into the Bills' sideline. Players were high-fiving and the coaches were animated, drawing up the next play with renewed vigor. They finally had a chance to chip away at the Ravens' lead. The offense took the field with a sense of purpose, knowing that this drive could be pivotal. The Bills capitalized on the turnover with a touchdown of their own. The crowd erupted as the offense executed flawlessly, moving the ball down the field with precision. Josh Allen connected with Ty Johnson for a short touchdown run. It was a well-designed play that caught the Ravens' defense off guard. The score was now 21-10. The fans were back in the game, cheering louder than ever, believing in their team's ability to mount a comeback. The Bills were still in the game, but they had a lot of ground to cover. The team knew that every play from here on out would be crucial, and they were ready to fight until the final whistle. Section 4. The tide turns, briefly. The Bills' defense finally began to show signs of life in the third quarter. They forced the Ravens into back-to-back 3-and-outs, giving their offense a chance to get back on the field. Josh Allen and the Bills' offense started to find a rhythm. Allen connected with Khalil Shakir for a 52-yard gain, setting up another scoring opportunity. Momentum seemed to be shifting in the Bills' favor. However, crucial mistakes continued to plague them. They were unable to convert their opportunities into touchdowns, settling for field goals instead. Section 5. A costly turnover. Just when it seemed like the Bills were mounting a comeback, another costly turnover swung the momentum back in the Ravens' favor. Kyle Van Noy stripped the ball from Josh Allen, and the Ravens recovered the fumble. This turnover proved to be a game-changer. The Ravens capitalized on the short field position, scoring another touchdown on a Lamar Jackson run. The Bills' hopes of a comeback took a major hit. The score was now 28-10, and time was running out. The Ravens had weathered the storm and regained control of the game. Section 6. Ravens secure a dominant victory. The Bills' offense sputtered in the fourth quarter, unable to overcome their earlier mistakes. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't find a rhythm, and their drives consistently stalled. Josh Allen was visibly frustrated as the Ravens' defense continued to stifle their attempts to score. The relentless pressure from the Ravens' defensive line left him with little time to make plays. The Ravens added another touchdown late in the fourth quarter, putting the game out of reach for good. Their offense was firing on all cylinders, executing plays with precision and confidence. The final score was a resounding 35-10 victory for the Baltimore Ravens. This dominant performance solidified their position as one of the top teams in the league. The Bills left the field defeated, searching for answers after a disappointing performance. They will need to regroup and address their shortcomings if they hope to bounce back in the upcoming games. The Ravens, on the other hand, celebrated a statement win that showcased their dominance on both sides of the ball. Their cohesive team effort and strategic execution were evident throughout the game, leaving fans and analysts alike impressed.